Hello, hello. Nice to have met you. It was a sketsihahmo and putos. So, 10 minutes of exercise yesterday, and I'm feeling the effects in my body. My hands are all right, and all the motions that you did with the kettlebell with your hands, they went fine. But the thing that really got me was all the motions that were somehow performed with your legs, and my back of my thighs are actually quite sore at the moment, but I would say it's positive pain. The effects of my meat eating yesterday, they were very limited, and I didn't have an adverse reaction towards it, thinking that it's more to do with fat and dairy products than actual meat. And one thing that I've stopped doing, given that I myself am a mammal, and I used to bite my nails, and in the process I would, oh man, there's these tractors. They're having a demonstration today in Helsinki Centre, and I have now, there's just 3 that went by, and then there's 3 more. You'll most likely be able to see them there, and they're having, well, they're gonna have a demonstration, and there was a warning in the paper that don't drive, and here they are on the, and here's 3 more. But yeah, back to the nail biting thing. Sorry, I got all confused with the tractors and all. So I'm a mammal, so the logical conclusion is if I bite my nails and what do you call it? I didn't spit it out, so I have quit doing that also, just to be on the safe side. In regards of this, me returning products to Charles Tyrwhitt, I read through their, what do you call it, paper that they sent. They have, which was kind of funny, they had pronunciation guides on their return sheet, and Tyrwhitt is pronounced the same way as spirit, so I'm guessing it's Tyrwhitt, Charles Tyrwhitt. So yeah, I chatted with their support person, and I said that this is a bit steep for me to return these items, because the jumper cost, there he said, about 10 euros to return, and the guy just, I mean, I need to give them credit where credit's due, and when I chatted with them, they said, yeah, please send the receipts and we'll reimburse you. So now I've got the shoes and the belts and the bag, and I'm gonna package them and send them over, take the receipt and send the receipt over to Charles Tyrwhitt. And this is a portion of Vidintie that they've been renovating for, I don't know, 9 months or so, and it's been an absolute nightmare. And one of the nightmares that they did, and this is to go again about the Green Party, because the Green Party says that we should prefer public transportation. They have reduced the speed limit. Maybe I mentioned it in one of these videos, but the Green Party has this policy of actively restricting private driving. So the whole of Horid, India, it is 60 kilometers an hour, which in turn gives the buses the right to just boom, ram straight into the traffic without even looking whether anybody's coming. They just need to put their blinker on and come in, boom. And if you crash into them, you'll be to blame. There is, however, taxi drivers, they got a bee under their bonnet about this, and what they did is they said that it's an impossible, this is destroying Finnish traffic culture, and now the law says that if you hit the bus in front of the rear axle, then it is not your fault. But anywhere behind the rear axle, you hit the bus, it's your fault, in an area which is under 60 kilometers an hour. So, right there, you see the red building in the background. That was where we used to live. And this building here, this is the Fujitsu building that I work in. A very familiar surroundings. This is now me going into the cellar. This car is slightly on the large side. So it's easier if I reverse it into the parking spot.
I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy?
Again, I got out. So now it's time to go to the post office to ship my invalid products. There used to be a post office here, but it looks like it has been terminated. So I'm going to move my newspapers. The web pages of newspapers were filled of reports on various different, what do you call it, people participating in this tractor or farmer demonstration. There are people who haven't got money for several months and they're kind of fed up with it. And finally it was a good day at Fujitsu because it's, how do I say, it's a bit sporadic. The work there. So what I mean by sporadic is that you don't have an opportunity to really focus on stuff because it's only 2 days a week. So in order to be really proficient, you would have to work for a longer period of time. And I did have a meat relapse again today, because I felt absolutely fine after eating this gnocchi lamb yesterday, and they have this kind of grill which is not normal cafeteria food. It is prepared on order. It only costs €10, which is just, I think, €1 more expensive than the standard stuff. So it's a no-brainer, really. So yeah, I had lamb and got it because I didn't have any ill effects of it, and the amount of meat is fairly limited, and it's primarily this gnocchi and vegetables. Kind of enjoyed it, or actually enjoyed it very much, and I feel more full, or I don't have this kind of craving. Haven't dived into this McDougall starch-based diet tremendous a lot, which or it gives you the opportunity of eating as much as you want. It just limits what you eat. There's a tractor in front of us, but I don't think he's part of the demonstration. But yeah, this exercise yesterday, it was a very positive experience, that I actually didn't get tremendously knackered after doing it, and the sore or the fatigue that I felt, to a large extent it felt like what you would expect to happen when you do exercise. My Swedish project manager called, and he said that next Tuesday he's going to give an info briefing, but given that he is going to discuss technical matters in it, he's going to give it in Swedish. Due to him not being able to give me the information then on next Tuesday, he wanted to give me a heads up that the project will continue at least until summer, and most likely to the end of this year. I mean, it might not be that, what do you call it, an ideal situation for Terhi, but at least it keeps vegetables on the table and a roof over our head. So in this day and age, to actually get somebody to say that this assignment or this project will last for another 9 months is pretty much unheard of. Normally, for example, this Fujitsu thing, I've been doing it for over a year now, but our contracts, they are basically based on how much we're ordered, and they come 1 month at a time. But I guess that is the benefit of hiring external people, is that you can let them go at the drop of a hat.
Come on now, who do you think you are?
Since I'm recording my symptoms, I have noticed, I've seen it previously, but so it's not completely new symptom. It is that my handwriting is absolutely horrible, and I'm certain when I write. Why I now I'm recording it is I had to fill in a UK address when I was sending the return to Charles Tyrwhitt. And thank you, Rob, for your explanation on what the English name for those is. Shoe tree. And I actually found out how to operate them. They have a spring loading system in them. When you push when it's tightened up, then it starts to make the, I don't know what it's called, jalkaterä. It broadens it, so it's firm inside the shoe. And yeah, we're going to matkames, or it's some kind of a fair for buying apartments abroad. So we're going to this thing tomorrow. It's 10:30. They're gonna give a presentation about buying apartments from Spain, which is gonna be very interesting. We're gonna, obviously it's not a service that you get for free, but let's say if we get a halfway decent deal, I mean, everybody needs to make a bit of money. I'm not saying that I would expect to get services for free. So the criteria would be warm as anything, and cheap flights from Finland. And Spain ticks all those boxes. Southern Spain, and apparently even the cold months there, it's still gonna be plus 15 during the day if we get a good internet connection. What would prevent you from working there? Then it's off to spend some time with the family and go watch Emma Gala with Bill. Not my favourite, but still. I'm signing off for today. Jesus is King.
Ever since I was little, it looked like fun.